Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to get up this morning and do a quick face for work and just wanted to share with you guys. So I'm just taking my Dove soap and gonna get started. So some people feel like Dove soap dries their skin out, but for me, it never did that. You know, I can actually feel like I don't know, I could actually feel it cleansing my skin. If I have like little bumps on my face or whatever, I feel like it gets in there and cleans out whatever. But keep it very simple when it comes to my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse the soap off. So I went ahead and pat dried my skin. So now I'm gonna use my dual action clean and clear moisturizer. It's oil free. I'm gonna use that. So yeah, my routine, it hasn't really changed at all. I just may add a few things here and there, but I don't think I do my makeup the same. Each time I do my makeup, I do it differently. So I'm just putting my moisturizer on very gently. And I'm getting all in my T-zone. Okay. Ooh. Sometimes my towel leaves like fuzz on my face. So I'm going to have to find something to dry my skin off with. So now I'm going to add my e.l.f. primer. And again, this is a quick face, and that's all I use. I don't use a lot. And then I kind of put that to the places in the areas where I feel like I crease the most. But it's also kind of prepping your skin to put foundation on your skin. And with this stuff, you want to pat because it is a little thick and it can get sticky, a little bit sticky. But I like it. And it makes I don't know, my skin feels very like woken up when I put this on. So I like it. So I just kind of go into those areas where I know I'm going to put foundation. So now I'm going to cover this. I'm going to show you the LA Girl. It's like a reddish bronze color. And yesterday when I saw this guy doing his makeup, he had a blue one. I have to look into that one. It's like a color corrector. So let me share with you. So this is the color corrector. And I used to use this a while ago and I kind of got away from it because I used to use it under my eyes for my dark circles, but then I found a better method, so I stopped using this. But I have to also remember this is a color corrector, so I had a little extra primer on my hand, so I just want to use up all my product. So then you just squeeze it a little bit. It's already getting messy and I just bought it, but you just squeeze it a little bit. And I'm just going to put a little bit on that mark. And while I'm doing other stuff, I'm just going to let it dry a little bit. So put that on the mark. And then I found my under eye 24-hour extended eye base. Actually, this isn't the one I'm looking for. One moment. Sorry, this is the one I was looking for. This is MAC Fast Response Eye Cream, and it's supposed to help with puffiness and things like that. And even though I'm not too puffy this morning, I just went ahead and want to try it again. Because I bought it, and then I'll buy things, and then I'll use it a few times, and then I'll kind of get away from it. Not because it didn't work, but because I just accidentally forget to skip a process or skip a step. So. And this is in no particular order. I could have put this on first and then put my primer, but I put my primer on first. So for me, my makeup, you could possibly see me do it out of order several times. So I'm just going to take my little sponge and kind of go around it as much as I can. I'm not really trying to go over it too much. So I think that's good enough. So now I'm going to do my concealer. And this is my NC 50. This is the 24-hour MAC Studio Fix concealer. And this is in the color NC 50. And the guy that I was watching, He said to put it on the back of your hand like this. So I'm putting it on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to go ahead and brush it in those areas where I need some coverage. So I tend to be dark like right here. So I'm going in with the brush. And I do like the brush, you guys, because sometimes he was saying when you lay the concealer on, it has the potential to start creasing. But with the brush, I guess you get a little bit more control. And again, you can control how much product you use, and you're not using way too much product versus, you know, just putting it on there. And you can already kind of see. So now I'm going to get ready to do my brows. Before I start my brows, I'm going to add a little bit of that NC50 to my forehead. So I'm going to, again, take the brush and just kind of dab it in there. And I'm going to put that over that other color corrector concealer. And it looks like it's doing it, guys. So that's basically what I do for that. And now I'm going to go ahead and start my brows real quick. So I'm going to take my spoolie. This is the spoolie. And I'm just going to lift them up. I really do need my brows done. And when I use this mirror that is very, very close to your face, oh my goodness, you can see every hair that needs to be plucked out. But thank goodness they're not too unruly. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. So I'm going to just gently kind of color in, fill in where my brows need to be filled in. And I always outline my brows first. Sometimes I outline a little more than I really want to. And in that case, I end up having to make the other eye look the same. And that's sometimes when I'll use my under eye concealer, not my under eye, my underbrow concealer, when I accidentally outline. That's when I'll try to use my other stuff to kind of fix what I did. I don't know why, you guys, but I always get one side really good with the pencil, and then when it's time to do the other side, sometimes I have a little challenge. So one side always seems to be a little thicker than the other. It's almost like the brush is like when the pencil is extremely sharp on one eyebrow, and then when I get ready to use it on the other eyebrow, it's almost like it's dull or something. So I don't know. It works out though. And then I'm just going to go in the corner just to make sure everything is consistent. I don't have a lot of, hairs in the corner, so sometimes I have to create them. So now I'm going to take my spoolie again, and I'm going to go in an upward motion. And then when I get to the end, I start kind of brushing down. But as far as like where the thicker parts of my hair, I just kind of start brushing down at the end. But in the corners, I'm going in an upward motion. So, yeah. Sorry, y'all, my alarm was going off. So, I basically, go into the corners, and I just go in the upward motion. And I'm so tempted to grab my tweezers and grab some hairs, but I'll clean it up later. So because this is just a quick face for work, I'm not going to do all the concealer under my eyebrows and things like that. So as far as brows, I feel like we're done. So now I'm going to take my foundation, my NC50 MAC Studio Fix foundation, and this is a matte foundation, and I only use one dot. A little goes a long way with this foundation. And I just blot it on there, and then I just kind of dot it wherever I really want it. But usually I go right at my T-zone. Then I go on my cheeks real quick. So guys, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. So I got up at like about 5:30. And I kind of knew what I was wearing to work and everything. Kind of showered up and everything. So I knew what I was wearing to work. So lately, just grabbing my brush. I've been using my sponge a little bit, but I really like to use my brush instead of a sponge. Because I was doing my makeup one time and noticed that I didn't even blend in a certain area by my cheek. It was like right here. I had put the bronzer, which I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to put the bronzer. I'm not going to put as much bronzer. Okay, don't forget your neck. Even though I'm wearing a turtleneck, I don't want to forget my neck. And so I just go on my brush and just finish putting the rest of that product so the product isn't getting wasted. Okay, so now I'm going to do my highlight. This is NC45 MAC 24-hour concealer, and it's in a matte. It's a matte finish. So again, I'm getting in the habit of putting it on the back of my hand because I do like the control that you get. So again, I'm going to go in with that brush, and I'm just going to go right underneath, right in there. This is where I want the highlight. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to go right underneath, you know, where that crease is from under my eye. I like doing it with the brush. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but that's why you learn and you watch other people. You got to watch the greats, guys. And again, I was right about that guy. I still haven't got his name, but he's from India. He's from India, and I really, really like his videos. So I'm using my e.l.f. setting spray and my sponge. Yeah, I really like his videos. He's funny. He cracked me up saying, "Don't argue with me. Go argue with your husband." Because he's basically telling you his way of doing things. And he's like, "Don't argue with me. Go argue with your husband." I thought he was really funny. That's what really caught my attention. So as you notice, I didn't put the concealer down, the highlighter down my forehead and all that today. I'm just trying to do a quick face. So I'm just really focusing on under my eye and everything. So I'm going to get my bronzer. And I'm just going to go. That looks really good. And again, I'm trying to still figure out the no makeup look. I like that. I like that. I really do. So I'm going to get my bronzer now and show you guys. I'm just going to go around my forehead a little bit, because you're putting dimension back into your face. And so that's where I messed up last time, y'all. I had the bronzer wasn't blended in, so when it wasn't blended in, it looked kind of funny. So I'm gonna use my brush to make sure I don't make that mistake again, because I was using my sponge, my blending sponge, and I thought I got every area, but sometimes with the blending sponge, because it's so precise, sometimes you can miss an area or miss a spot and you really can't see it right off the top. So I'm just using my brush, and see how it's adding a little bit of darkness and shadow into my face. And I can go underneath my chin. Okay. And so now So now I want to do a little baking, so I'm using my air spun, and I basically just taking my brush and dabbing it in there, and then I'm just gonna go underneath where I put that concealer and highlighter. I like baking. I don't know why I stopped baking. I guess because I just got away from a lot of the techniques and things that I used to do. I don't know why, but I know why. But you know, people you just kind of like get out of practice of doing things, and it's easy to do. So now I'm just gonna put some eyeliner. Normally I probably would have done my eyeliner first, but yeah, sometimes you do things out of order. So I purchased this Morphe eyeliner, and it's called Make It Big, and it's in bold black or something like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna shake it up a little bit, because the last time I used it, because this is the second time I'm using it. The last time I used it, it just didn't seem like it was coming out that great. So I'm gonna try it again. And with this one, I feel more comfortable taking my eye like this and just, you know, putting it on like this. Rather than, I don't know, trying to do it like this. Because when I was just trying to do it like this, it was seeming like it didn't want to work. So today it's giving me a little act right. To me, it's not as bold of a black that I would like. I like a really bold black eyeliner. And if I'm being honest, the one I used to use from MAC, the liquid liner, I really, really like that one. But every time I go to try to purchase it, it's always not in stock. And even when I try to go online, it's not in stock. So I'm sure I'm not the only one that likes that one, clearly. So anyway, we're just doing some quick eyeliner. It doesn't have to be all super precise and everything. And then I also picked up some mascara from Morphe as well. And it's in the cold, it's in the color bold black as well. So usually, this is another step I had skipped. I used to wear mascara and then put my lashes on. And then I got away from that. I just started basically putting my lashes on and walking out the door. So I'm just kind of still building up my makeup again, building up my kit, because I really do love makeup. I love doing makeup, and I want to get back into the things that make me me. And doing my lashes and stuff like that in the morning just make me feel good. So these are, again, some lashes I got from Shein. I really like them. And I love how you get so many. Look how many I've used so far. So you get so many. So when I bought these scissors from Shein, this is why I bought them. Because even though I really love Shein's lashes, sometimes there's this extra plastic part that is like hanging on the end from manufacturing. And guess what? It's not a big deal. It's not. You just basically cut that off. So going in with my duo glue, my duo lash glue. Do not use nail glue on your lashes, guys. I know you're smart enough to know not to do that. So I'm just putting it on there. And I make sure to get the corners real well, because it's nothing like getting your lash on and you realize you didn't put enough glue on the corner. So there's a little piece of something right there. Okay. So then I usually will take it and go like this, just to let the glue get a little tacky. Some people used to blow it, and then I saw where somebody was like, don't blow on your lashes. You're getting bacteria on them. And so I was like, oh, didn't even think about that. So I'm going to grab my mirror, guys. And I'm just going to go ahead and put them on. I wish I could get close in the mirror and show you guys. So once I get it on, I'll show you. Well, maybe not, because that's just not enough closeness for me to show you. But you get the idea. You're basically, once you get it on in the middle, I always use the end, start at the end right here, and I position them the way I want them. And then after I position them the way I want them, then I go ahead and just grab the corner, grab the other corner, and I just kind of gently position them. You don't want to rush with your lashes, you guys. Okay, so I put the second lash on off camera. And what I love about this glue is obviously it dries clear. So if you buy this glue and you start seeing like a blue color or whatever, just know that it's going to dry clear. It's showing up blue because of your eyeliner, your black eyeliner. So now I'm going to take my brush and just wipe away that powder underneath my eyes from baking. You're just going to sweep it, doing like a sweeping motion, just sweeping it away. Yeah. So now I'm going to go in with my MAC foundation powder, and that is going to, you know, give me that tone again back into this area. Even though this is supposed to be your highlighter, I'm going to still kind of focus around the edges, my forehead and my under my neck and things like that. Okay, so here's my MAC foundation, and I'm just going, you know, where I had that bronzer and going all around my face, my chin. And I'm going to do the other side, going around my face and my chin. And now I'm going to gently come in here, so I'm not looking too, and I'm just blotting. I'm trying not to brush too much because I already swept the product off. You know, I already swept that airspun powder, the loose powder off. So I'm just going like this with my brush, with my foundation. Come down the bridge of my nose. And don't forget your neck, guys. And the guy was even saying, do your ear. I didn't even think of, he said, do your ear. Some people do the back of their ear. That's if you're wearing your hair up or whatever, but he gave some good tips and I really like him. So anyway, I'm gonna go in with my blush. So this morning we're just using Raisin because it's so quick, you know. So I just do a little half smile, and I don't know where you're supposed to, he was positioning his blush to kind of go up the side of his cheek as well. I don't know why I used to always just focus on my cheek, but then he was kind of going there. And then another YouTuber I saw using blush down the bridge of her nose. So love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love picking up new, you know, stuff. And then I'm just taking my beauty supply. I can't even tell you the name of it. Got it at the beauty supply, but it looks like this. And I'm just gonna go at the bridge of my nose. Go at the tip of my nose with it, just to give myself a little bit of a highlight. And I'll go down the bridge. I usually will do my forehead too. So whatever's left over, I'll just put it on my forehead. But I'm focusing mainly on my nose and my cheek area. So when you smile, you get that little glow, you know? It's cute. So then to make sure everything is blended out good, I usually go over, because sometimes, you know, you don't want to have such a straight line, because sometimes I'm looking in the camera and everything looks good, and then when I walk off, I'm like, ooh, I left a lot of product on my face. So anyway, just making sure of that. Now I'm going to take my setting spray, my e.l.f. setting spray. And it's called Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray by e.l.f. And I like it. This green color really caught my eye. So, and you don't need a lot, guys. You don't. Because sometimes certain setting sprays will make you look oily. Okay, so now we're going to come back with hair. So you guys, this wig has really, how do they say, it's been my holy grail, like especially in the morning when I'm rushing and I don't have a lot of time to do my hair. I'm using the, what do you call, not the elastic band, the drawstring. It's a drawstring in the back of this wig. And I'm just kind of pulling it, and it makes it fit my head even more. I got a little peanut head, y'all, so it helps me fit it on there real good. So that's what I'm doing. I'm still working with these longer nails, y'all. So after you do the drawstring, you want to tuck your drawstring because you don't want to have it exposed and people seeing something hanging out the back of your hair. So it's always good to make sure it's nice and it's nice. And so I might just wear it like this, or I may put on my headband. I don't know. Let me see what I want to do. So this is how I've been wearing it lately, guys. I really like it. It was giving me a little pushback this morning, but this is how I've been wearing it. And I just take my comb and just lightly comb over it. I'm trying to determine if I want to take my ears out. So let me take my ears out. Yeah. So that's kind of how I've been wearing it, y'all. And then the side that doesn't have a lot of lace, I just take my comb and just make sure that I have some of my own natural hair out around that side area. And that's it, y'all. I'm gonna do a quick lip real quick. So guys, I'm gonna give the Teddy Tints another try. So I ended up buying another color. I bought a 20 and a 15. So let's see. The other colors that I was trying was a 20 and a 10. And these just kind of give you the illusion of your natural color of your lip. I don't know why I bought this, honestly. I got caught up in the rapture, y'all. I was on Instagram. Again, Instagram always getting me. And I said, oh, I'm going to try these. I really like the outcome. I like how natural it looked. It looked like that's the natural color of my lips, so I'm using this color. So I use these two. One is a 20 and one is a 15. So what the girl did was she had outlined her lips with the 20 and then she put the 15 in the middle. But for me, I just put it all over my lip, and then I'm just going to go in with this color in the middle. Which really, I don't know, y'all. Maybe it makes a color, maybe it doesn't. And it's supposed to stain your lips. It's not transferable. You know, I was drinking out of my cup, and I noticed, and then she took her finger. Excuse me, y'all. Sometimes hairs just want to come. So I'll just take my finger and go like this. And it's supposed to give you like a natural color to your lip. I like it, I guess. I wasn't really in love with it when I first got it, but anyway, guys. So guys, I just bought me this cardigan from Amazon. It's a men's cardigan. I don't know. I'm just into cardigans, I guess. So I got a black one and I got this color. So I'm going to put on my glasses. Just want to show you. They're so cute, guys. I love them. So let's see. Sometimes when I'm trying to put them on, I got this wig on, y'all. It does something weird. So these are my glasses. Really like them. And I might bump my hair a little bit, you guys, just because I need to. But anyway, thank you for watching. Love you guys, and you guys have a good one. I'm trying to get my ring light out of the picture, out of the thing, y'all, but obviously it wants to show, so won't let me be great and show you guys my glasses. So okay.